Good morning, students. Today class we are going to discussing about Rayleigh distribution and density functions. Rayleigh distribution and density functions. Otherwise, you can write in that's the Rayleigh density and distribution. Already we know that the classification we are done based on the random variable nature. For a continuous random variable, we are having mainly two examples for a distribution and density function. Those are binomial and Poisson. Binomial and Poisson. Coming to continuous random variable. For a continuous random variable, we are mainly having four distribution and density function examples. Those are uniform, uniform, exponential, Rayleigh and Gaussian. Uniform, exponential, Rayleigh and Gaussian. Coming to the third one is a Rayleigh density and distribution function. Density and distribution function is an example for continuous random variable. Here we are directly writing what is the fundamental definition for a Rayleigh density function. We are writing that from this density function we are obtaining its distribution value. After that we are also finding what is its maximum value is having in a density and distribution function. Now we are saying that what is the density function for Rayleigh. The Rayleigh is one of the scientist's name. He is proposing the density function equation is small fx of x is equal to the function is 2 by b into x minus a into e power minus x minus a whole square by b where the condition is x is greater than or equal to a and 0 for x less than a. He is giving that it's a density function. From this density function we are obtaining the distribution. That one is capital fx of x is equal to 1 minus its exponential term. The exponential is e power minus x minus a whole square divided by b where x value is greater than or equal to a, 0 for x less than a. How to obtaining this distribution from this density function? Already we know that the relation between distribution and density function is fx of x is equal to the derivation of distribution d by dx of capital fx of x. From this equation we are writing the distribution function. It is the integral of density function. From this relation I am writing the distribution function is fx of x is equal to integral. Generally we are writing the limits is a minus infinite to plus infinite, but here according to limitations I am writing the minus infinite to higher limit is x value. The function is fx of x into dx. By using the second relation we are obtaining the distribution function from the density function. Now I am writing the distribution function is fx of x is equal to integral minus infinite to x. What is the density function we are having? So 2 by b x minus a e power minus x minus a whole square by b where x is greater than or equal to small a. Just I am substituting what the value is having small fx of x when x is greater than or equal to a. Here you can change the limits Generally, in formula, we are having the limits is minus infinite to plus x. But here, according to our limitations, the least value is small a. Least value is small a. That's why I'm writing small a to x. Remaining, we are directly substituting the density function value is 2 by b into x minus a e power minus x minus a whole square by b into dx to dx. In this one, we are having that the combinations of x, here x minus a, and exponential term is also having that x minus a. That's why you can simplify these integration values. We can take in that one assumption. The assumption is what the power is having the exponential term. We are taking that one constant value. The constant means one variable. The variable is y. Suppose you can take in that what is the power we are having in exponential term. We can treat it as another variable. We can take in that it is easy to simplify the integration values. Now I am taking that let x minus a by b is equal to y. Is equal to y. Now I am applying the differentiation on both sides. The differentiation on both sides with respect to x. That's why here on left side we are applying to differentiation. The value is for differentiation of a x is 1. That's why we are writing that is a 1 by b. In right hand side is dy by dx. Here what is the value we are having? It's a 2 by b. That's why we can take in that what are the value we are having here, entire value square you can consider. Now we can apply the differentiation on this equation. Your writing is 2 into x minus a, 2 into x minus a. After that, you can also apply the differentiation on x term. The value is 1. Already the denominator is having the b. I am directly writing here. On right hand side, the parameter is dy by dx. Now you can move in the dx to left hand side. That means 2 into x minus a divided by b into dx is equal to dy. Dx is equal to dy. Here what I am doing that I am changing the x value to y variable. Why? Because I am simplifying the integration terms for my convenient. That's why I am taking that one assumption is y. Y is a what the power is having the exponential term, completely treating as a y except negative sign. Then I am applying the differentiation on both sides with respect to x. From this one, I am obtaining what the term is having the integration, the complete term is replaced by dy. The remaining, we need to change the limits. What are the limits we are having? Higher limit and lower limit. The first higher limit. At x limit, we need to place in that what is the value we are having. Here I am taking that x is a higher limit. How we are representing this value? The value is, we are writing what is the assumption we are having, the x minus a whole square by b is equal to y. Is equal to y. Just we are putting the value of x. Why? Because what is the value we are having, the y terms we are replacing in this integration term. Then we can take in that the next value is a. For a lower limit a, you can substitute in the a value in this assumption. What happened? Just where x is there, just you can put in the a value. A minus a, the complete value is 0. Then you can got the value is 0. The value is 0 for lower limit. For lower limit, the value is 0. Higher limit is a y. Now we can substitute in these limitation values, and what the term is equivalent to dy. Finally, the equation here I am giving that is a number. Equation 1. From equation 1 we are writing. From equation 1 we are writing that first I am changing the limitations. The distribution function is f(x) of x is equal to integral. The lower limit is 0 and higher limit is y. And remaining in this function is 2 by b x minus a into dx. That term is replacing with dy. Except this term, what is the term we are having? Exponential. E power minus the remaining term. Already I am consider one more variable. The variable is y. The remaining terms I am replacing with dy. Replacing with dy. Now I am applying the integration on exponential term. The integration of exponential is also be exponential. It's also exponential, that is e power minus y divided by, then you can apply what is the term you are having in a power of exponential, you can make in the differentiation on it. The value of differentiation of minus y is minus 1, we are making the division. The limits are 0 and y. 0 and y. Here you can substitute in the limits. Higher limit is y, that's why I am writing that e power minus y, the minus sign. Next is a minus lower limit. Already we are having the negative sign. Due to that it's a negative, negative is a plus, that's why I am writing that e power minus 0. E power minus 0. Here e power 0 quantity, we know that the value is 1, that's why I am writing that is 1 minus e power minus y. What is the y value? Already in starting case we are consider the y value is a x minus a whole square by b. Just I am replacing the quantity e power minus x minus a whole square by b. This one is a distribution function. Now you need to find the maximum value for a density function. How to obtain the maximum value for a density function? We must differentiating the density function and equating to 0. Equating to 0, we are obtaining the maximum value of density function. Here what is the density function equation? It is a 2 by b x minus a into e power minus x minus a whole square by b. Now I am differentiating this equation for obtaining the maximum value. Up to now what I can do that, just I am taking the density function equation. From this density I am obtaining the distribution. How to obtain the distribution function? By applying the fundamental relation between density and distribution function. Now I am finding that the distribution or density function maximum values. Okay students, the next one is the maximum value for a density function. For obtaining the maximum value of a density function, we must take in that is a fundamental procedure we are having. Already we are learning in mathematics how to find the maximum value for a differential equation or any function. We must differentiating that particular equation and we are equating to 0. We are easily obtaining the maximum value. Here I am also doing the same procedure for obtaining the maximum value for a Rayleigh density function. Here I am taking that is a fundamental formula is d by dx of, here we are taking the density function fx of x is equal to 0. What is the density function we are having? This is a density function formula for Rayleigh. For Rayleigh density function I am directly taking that is d by dx. The function is so 2 by b into x minus a e power minus x minus a whole square by b. Whole square by b is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Now we are applying the differentiation on these two terms. Both terms is having the x is a variable. X is a variable. That's why we need to apply the UV formula. What is the UV formula? The differentiation of UV is equal to u into v differentiation plus v into u differentiation. According to this property, here I am applying totally the 2 by b is a constant. I am taking the 2 by b is a separate from this x minus a and e power minus x minus a whole square by b. Now I am applying the differentiation to second term. The first one is a u and second one is a v. X minus a into the differentiation of second term with respect to x. The exponential term differentiation is also exponential. That's why I'm writing the same term e power minus x minus a whole square by b into what is the term is having a power, we need to apply the differentiation. That's why I'm writing 2. That means already we are having the negative sign. So minus 2 x minus a divided by b into the differentiation for 1. 1 is for getting the differentiation on x, the value is 1 plus, now we are writing the term is, in first case u is a normal, we are applying the differentiation on v. In second case we are applying the differentiation on u and v is normal. That's why I'm writing e power minus x minus a whole square by b into the differentiation on u term. The u term is only having x term. That's why I'm applying the differentiation on x. I got the values 1. The total value is equal to 0. Now you can take in that if any terms is common, you can take the common terms. 2 by b is already common one, except this value remaining. Here the exponential term, here also we are having the exponential term. I'm also taking the exponential term is a common term from these two terms. So e power minus x minus a whole square by b. Remaining terms, here x minus a, and minus sign. So minus 2x minus a whole square by b. Here the plus 1 is equal to 0. Here we are having the two values. One term is exponential and the second term is having the variable in terms of x. We can find the roots of these values. We must make that the exponential term we can make to 0, otherwise the second term we can equate into 0. Here for my convenient I can make into the second term is equal to 0. That's why from this relation minus 2x minus a whole square by b plus 1 is equal to 0. Now I am moving this one to right hand side, then it is got the negative sign. That's why I am writing minus 2x minus a whole square by b is equal to minus 1. In both sides the negative sign is cancelled. The remaining terms are 2x minus a whole square by b is equal to 1. Here our need is we need to find the x value. That's why we can moving that except the x terms, what are the values we are having, it is moving to right hand side. Now I am writing x minus a whole square is equal to b is in denominator, when I am moving this side it is in numerator b divided by 2. Then here we are having that is a squaring term, we can making the both side we are applying the squares are cancelled. Suppose we can move this square in this side, it is having a square root. I am taking that square root on both sides, then the function is saying that x minus a is equal to square root of b by a. From this one b by 2 not a, then x is equal to a plus square root of b by 2. At x is equal to a plus square root of b by 2, we got the maximum value. Just you can substitute the x value in a function of density, here easily got the highest value or a maximum value is 0.607 square root of b by 2. This value we are representing on graph. How to represent in this one? Just we will consider the random variable x and its density function is f(x) of x. Here the graph is we are representing in a dumbbell shape like this. Here we have got the maximum value on x value is a plus square root of b by 2. The maximum value is 0.607 square root of b by 2. This one is a graphical representation for Rayleigh density function. Remaining thing we are discussing next class. Good morning, students. Today we are going to discussing about the Gaussian density and distribution function. Gaussian density and distribution function. Up to now we are discussing about the examples of density and distribution functions. So far we are discussing about for a discrete distribution for a random variable x can take that is the integral values. See that example for that is the number of defective elements manufacturing in a company or a factory. Up to now we are discussing about the examples of density and distribution function. Today class we are going to discussing about one of the important density and distribution function. That one is the Gaussian. That one is Gaussian density and distribution function. Up to now what we are discussing, we are having the discrete distribution for a random variable x can take the integral values. The best example for this one is the number of defective elements is manufacturing in a factory. After that, we are going to discussing about the continuous distribution. For continuous distribution, it can take the values of all. It takes the all values for a random variable x. The example for that is the speed of vehicle. Now we are discussing the Gaussian distribution. The Gaussian distribution is a completely separate to the remaining all distribution and density functions. Here we are defining the Gaussian distribution and density function. First of all, the Gaussian density function I am writing here. The function is fx of x is equal to 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square. 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. 2 sigma x square. This is a fundamental definition for Gaussian density function. Already we know that the density function representation we are always representing with small f, and capital X is representing the random variable, and small x is the representation of element in a random variable. Here the new terms we are writing here. The new terms are the small m. Small m is indicating the main value. Small m is indicating the main value, and sigma x square. Sigma x square is representing variance. Here we need to take that these two values. So m for main value and sigma x square is a variance value. Here I am taking these two values. M is equal to 0 and sigma x square is equal to 1. Sigma x square is equal to 1. This combination we are representing the equivalent of m is mean and sigma x square is variance. But in this case I am taking these two values, m for 0 and sigma x square is 1. Here I am giving the number for this density function is 1. I am assigning the number for this. I am giving this as a number 1. Here I am substituting the m value is 0 and sigma x square value is 1. Then what happened the above equation? Here I am writing here. Let us take it that the values of m is equal to 0 and sigma x square is equal to 1. From equation 1 we can representing the density function is fx of x is equal to, where the value m is there, just you can keep the value 0. If the value is high in the variance, where the variance notation is presenting in this equation, just you can keep the values 1. That's why I'm just substituting what are the values we are having the m and sigma x square. Those two values I'm substituting in equation 1. Now you can see that 1 divided by the square root of 2 pi. What is the sigma x square value? It is a 1. It is a 1. That's why we are multiplying with 1. Multiplying with 1 into the exponential term. What is the exponential term we are having? The exponential term is having e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. Here the m value is 0. M value is 0 and the sigma x square quantity is 1. I am substituting those two values. E power minus x quantity is a normal quantity and m value is 0 whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. Already you can treating the value is 1, that's why I am multiplying the quantity with 1. Finally, the function fx of x, we are writing after substituting the values of m and sigma x square. We are simplifying this equation is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi into e power minus x square divided by 2. X square divided by 2. This equation we are calling it is a normalized Gaussian density function. It is a normalized Gaussian density function. Normalized standard Gaussian. Standard Gaussian density function. Now we need to find the maximum value for a Gaussian density function. We can find the maximum value of a density function. We must have the basic idea about the mathematics. In order to find the maximum value for any function, we must differentiating that function based on their variable and we can equating to 0. Here the variable is x. The variable is x. The density function I am differentiating with respect to x and equating to 0 for obtaining the maximum value. For maximum value, here I am making that maximum value of your density function is I am obtaining by differentiating this density function is d by dx of fx of x is equal to 0. Fx of x is equal to 0. What is the density function we are having? The Gaussian density function is already we are writing in equation 1. From equation 1 so d by dx the function is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. 2 sigma x square is equal to 0. In this one, what is the variable quantity and what is the constant values is available in this function? In this entire term, we are having sigma x square is a variance and mean value m. These two are the constant parameters. Remaining all means only the x term is a variable. X term is a variable. That's why I am writing what is the constant term is available in this one. I am separately writing before the differentiation. Then I am applying the differentiation on exponential term. That's why I am rewriting this above equation is the 2 pi sigma x square into the d by dx, the exponential term e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square is equal to 0. Now I am applying the differentiation on exponential term. And now to applying the differentiation on exponential term, it will be exponential. Then you can separately applying the differentiation what the term is having in the power of exponential. Here I am applying the differentiation on this exponential term. Then the equation I am writing here That implies is a 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square. The exponential differentiation is exponential e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into, here we are consider the differentiation for the power of a exponential. Here the power of exponential is minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. So minus, already we are having that sign, 2 x minus m divided by 2 sigma x square, 2 sigma x square into, we are also applying what is the internal term in this function, that one is x. For this x differentiation is 1, a total quantity equating to 0. Now we are saying that it's 1 divided by the square root of 2 pi sigma x square into the exponential term e power x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into, here the quantity is minus 2, here plus 2, both here 2 both are cancelled, the remaining quantity are minus 1 into x minus m divided by sigma x square. Sigma x square is equal to 0. Here I am moving these two terms to right hand side. Why? I need to find the value of x. The value of x, except this term, what are the coefficients is having this function, those coefficients I am moving to right hand side. When after moving to right hand side, this all quantities is multiplying with 0. When multiplying with the 0 quantity, any quantity goes to 0 value. Then the above equation I am rewriting here is x minus m divided by sigma x square is equal to 0. Then you can also moving this sigma x square to right hand side, the function is changing, x minus m is equal to 0. From this equation we are writing x is equal to m. X is equal to m. What is that meaning here? You are obtaining the maximum value for a Gaussian density function at x is equal to m. Here I am substituting the x value in a Gaussian density function for obtaining the maximum value. What is the maximum value we are getting when out of substituting the x value is m. Now I am substituting the x value. X is equal to m from equation 1. From equation 1 we are writing that is a small fx of x, small fx of x is equal to, the function is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square. Sigma x square. What is, we are having the term x is equal to m. When exponential power we are having x minus m. Where x is there, just you can keep the values m. E power minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square. 2 sigma x square. Here both quantities, so m minus m, both are same quantities. That's why we can take in that the minus operation between these two terms. Then these two are cancelled. The value is 0. The value is 0. The total e power 0 value we are considered it is a 1. This is a basic property for exponential. Finally, what we are getting that the density function maximum value fx of x is equal to 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square. This is the maximum value at x is equal to m. We are getting the maximum value at x is equal to m. Now we are plotting that. What are the graph for this Gaussian density function? For plotting this Gaussian density function, what is the graphical structure of a Gaussian density function? The Gaussian density function is having the bell-shaped curve. It's having the bell-shaped curve. It is deviating from the mean value to its a variance. It's a lower on and upper onwards. That's why we are plotting that graph of a Gaussian density function. It is a dumbbell shape, the bell-shaped curve. Is a bell-shaped curve. The bell-shaped curve is having the maximum value. On x-axis, I am taking the random variable. On y-axis is a density function is fx of x. We are obtaining the maximum value at mean. At mean, the maximum value quantity is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square. Sigma x square. You need to find the remaining values. Just you can take in that the quantities are x minus m is equal to x minus m is equal to, we can treat it as a plus or minus sigma x. Sigma x. What is the quantity we are having? Fx of x is equal to, what is the function we are having is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus, here what are the x minus term is there, we are replacing that quantity with plus or minus sigma x. E power sigma x square divided by 2 sigma x square. In numerator and denominator both are having the same coefficient, that's why we can cancel these two terms. Remaining term we are getting the 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. You can finding that is a e power minus 1 by 2 quantity, that quantity is multiplying its maximum value. You are representing this value in the direction of mean. Here you need to representing its average values with the reference to variance. At near to 0, the quantity you are writing the mean value minus variance. At higher value, we are writing the mean plus variance value. This is a bell-shaped curve for a Gaussian density function. Then we need to find the Gaussian distribution function. How to finding the Gaussian distribution? Already we know that the fundamental relation between density and distribution function. Density and distribution function. What is the relation we are having? The density function is fx of x is equal to the differentiation of distribution. The differentiation of distribution d by dx of fx of x. Fx of x. Here you can finding the distribution function from its density. We can make in the integration. Why? We can moving this differentiation to left hand side, then it can be changing to integration. Here I am writing the relation between distribution and density is fx of x is equal to integral minus infinite to x. The function is density is fx of x. Fx of x into dx. Fx of x into dx. Already we know that the Gaussian density function. Just you can take in the Gaussian density function, you can substituting in this relation, you are obtaining the distribution function. Now I am substituting the density function in this above equation. Fx of x is equal to integral minus infinite to small x. The function is 1 by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. In this density function, the variable parameter is only the x term. Remaining sigma x square and mean value both are a constants. That's why I am separating the constant term from this variable value. That means I can moving this term before the integration term. That's why I am rewriting the above function is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square integral minus infinite to x e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. This function we are calling the Gaussian distribution function. In this equation, we can treating as the normal values. For normal values, the mean value is 0 and variance value is 1. You can keeping these two values in this above equation. The distribution we are writing here, fx of x is equal to, where m is there, you can just keep the value 0, and where sigma x square is there, you can just put the values 1. Now you can rewrite in the equation 1 divided by square root of 2 pi into integral minus infinite to x e power minus the m quantity is already we are putting the value 0, that is you can writing x square divided by 2 into dx. This function is called the normalized standard Gaussian distribution function. The distribution function we are writing for a negative values. For negative values, the Gaussian distribution function we are writing fx of minus x is equal to 1 minus fx of x. This one is one of the important relation in a Gaussian distribution function. In Gaussian distribution function, we are having to integral term and constant term. We can simplify this integral term. We are having two methods for a Gaussian distribution. Those two methods are, the first one is Q function factor, and second one is error function factor. Before going to these two terms, we are also representing the distribution function in terms of the power of exponential. Already you know that how to write in the distribution function is the probability of, we are writing the distribution function here is fx of x is equal to probability of capital X less than or equal to small x. In this relation, we are taking that assumptions. We are having what is the function we are having in for a distribution function. Fx of x is equal to 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into this exponential quantity. Here the exponential quantity we are simplifying this one. We can take in that the assumptions. The assumption is we can treating what is the power term is having. We can consider one more variable. Here I am consider the variable is z. Let x minus m by sigma x is equal to z. You can take in this relation. You can apply the differentiation on this consideration with respect to z. Then you can writing dx divided by dz into sigma x is equal to 1. From this relation we are writing dx by sigma x is equal to dz. Here I am changing the integration term in terms of x to z. That's why I am taking on consideration. The consideration is x minus m divided by sigma x is equal to z. After that I am applying the differentiation on both sides with respect to z. From this relation I am obtaining the dx by sigma x is equal to dz. Then I need to change the limits of x to z. That's why I can treating as x value is X is in upper limit we are having the x, in lower limit we are having minus infinite. Now I am considering the limit is x, you can representing in terms of z, z is equal to x minus m divided by sigma x. Sigma x. In lower limit case the value is minus infinite. Minus infinite, we are keeping where x is there, just you can take in the minus infinite. Minus infinite minus m divided by sigma x. From this one we are writing the function is, what is the function here? Minus infinite minus m, the values also be minus infinite. Minus infinite. Now I am substituting these all values belongs to z in terms of what is the term we are having in terms of x, we are replacing with z values. What are the values you are having in z? Z values I am replacing in x terms, that's why I am rewriting the function is fx of, what is the x value? X, fx of x is equal to integral. First of all you can writing that is the 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square, but you need that the value is dx by sigma x. That's why I am cancelling the square root and squaring term for a sigma x, and then this value is moving to integration. Then the relation we are writing square root of 2 pi integral minus infinite to small x, minus infinite to small x e power minus, what is our consideration, x minus m by sigma x is there, just you can keep the values z. Here x minus m divided by sigma x whole square, that's why I am writing the total term replacement is z square divided by 2, divided by 2 into, otherwise you can representing in terms of x, then you can take the one more step, e power minus x minus m by sigma x whole square by 2, whole square by 2 into dx divided by sigma x, dx divided by sigma x. Now you can replacing this all x values in terms of z, that is 1 by square root of 2 pi, square root of 2 pi integral minus infinite to x, minus infinite to x e power, this total term I am replacing with z, z square divided by 2, and here also you can change the limits, is a minus infinite to z, infinite to z into dz, to dz. This function we are writing fx of x is equal to fx of z, fx of z. This function we are representing fx of x minus m divided by sigma x, sigma x. This is a one more important relation in a Gaussian distribution function, Gaussian distribution function. Okay students, now we are seeing that the cumulative distribution of Gaussian distribution function. The cumulative distribution for a Gaussian distribution we are plotting in a continuous shape. The graph is, it is high in the continuous shape, it is high in the maximum value at mean m, and it is deviated from its mean value to how much of variance we are consider for this Gaussian function. That quantity is m minus is m plus sigma x, here m minus sigma x. In this direction random variable x, and in this direction we are consider the distribution function capital fx of x, capital fx of x. Now we are discussing about the solution of integral term in a Gaussian distribution function. For this one we are mainly having two methods. The first method is Q function factor, Q function factor, and second one is error function factor. Error function factor. Now we are discussing about the Q function factor. How we are finding the Gaussian distribution by using the Q function factor. Here I am rewriting the function of Gaussian distribution is fx of x is equal to 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square integral minus infinite to x minus infinite to x. The function is e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. But the distribution function we are writing in terms of probability is the probability of capital X less than or equal to small x. This function we are rewriting in terms of its alternative event, that is the quite opposite event. We are writing the 1 minus the probability of capital X greater than small x. For this relation we are representing the integral term. That one is 1 minus integral. Here least limit is x and higher limit is infinite. Remaining the function. What is the function we are having? The same function we are rewriting here. What is the function we are having? 1 by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. In this term, the constant term we are separately writing before the integration. Remaining term we are applying the integration. Now I am taking one more step. X integral infinite I am rewriting this function. First I am writing the constant value 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square integral x to infinite. The exponential term is e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. For finding the Q function factor, you need to take one more variable for what are the quantity is available in power of exponential. That's why I am consider let x minus m divided by sigma x is equal to z. We can apply the differentiation on both sides with respect to z term. The equation can be changing dx by, already we are seeing the same relation last class. That's why I'm writing this dx divided by sigma x is equal to dz. Then you can changing the limits of x to the limits of z. You can obtaining, suppose for lower limit is x, we are obtaining the z. For higher limit is infinite, we are also getting the limits is infinite. These are the limits, and this one is having the relation between the z term and x term. Now I am replacing what is x terms is available in this integration term. Those are replacing with z terms. That's why I am writing here. The distribution function is fx of x is equal to 1 minus the Q function is, what is the Q function we are having? I am directly writing here integral before integration so 1 divided by square root of 2 pi. I am moving the sigma x inside to integration. That one is the lower limit is x and higher limit is infinite. e power minus, already we are having x minus m by sigma x whole square. That term I am replacing z square divided by 2 into the remaining term I am replacing with dz. Here also we can changing the term is in terms of z. Why I am writing directly? Already we are seeing how to writing this function. That's why I am directly writing this one. Here this function I am representing 1 minus q of z. Q of z. What is the z value? The 1 minus q of x minus m divided by sigma x. X minus m divided by sigma x. These one is representing q values. Totally it is representing the q function factor. Q function factor. But the Bose-Einstein is proposing the qx value. The qx value is qx is equal to 1 divided by the quantity is 0.661 x plus 0.339 square root of x square plus the 5.51 into e power minus x square by 2 divided by square root of 2 pi. Square root of 2 pi. By using this quantity we can able to finding the q of x value, then you can easily finding the distribution function. The second factor is error function factor. The error function factor is also be similar for quality. It's a q function factor. The only change is the consideration. For error function factor, only the change is assumption. That one is x minus m. Consider the assumption is x minus m divided by square root of 2 sigma x is equal to z. Is equal to z. Here also we are applying the differentiation on both sides with respect to z. Then you can writing dx divided by dz into root 2 sigma x. Sigma x is equal to 1. From this one we are writing that the dx divided by root 2 into sigma x is equal to dz. Is equal to dz. Then you can change the limits of x to z term. For x value is normal x, we can change it to z. Z is equal to x minus m divided by square root of 2 sigma x. Sigma x. For infinite, the z value also goes to infinite. Now we are replacing the z values in x. Now I am substituting these z values in terms of x. We are changing the x values in terms of z. That's why I am rewriting the function fx of x is equal to 1 minus, here error function we are representing err of x. Err of x. The function we are rewriting here is a 1 minus integral. First I am writing the x function representation is lower limit is x, higher limit is infinite. The constant term is 1 divided by square root of 2 pi sigma x square into e power minus x minus m whole square divided by 2 sigma x square into dx. Now I am changing this one. So 1 minus, here what is the term we are having for a z? It is x minus m is a root 2 sigma x. Root 2 sigma x. The same function we are changing in power of exponential and we can representing in terms of dx. Integral x to infinite 1 by square root of pi into e power minus x minus m divided by root 2 sigma x. Remaining quantity is z. Quantities we are writing z square divided by root 2. z square divided by root 2 into, here the quantity we are just writing here, x minus m divided by root 2 sigma x whole square divided by root 2 into dx divided by, here what is the quantities we are having remaining, root 2 into sigma x, root 2 into sigma x. Already this equivalent quantity is available in terms of z. The equivalent values I am replacing in this equation is x to infinite 1 by root pi into e power minus z square divided by root 2 into dz. Here we are also changing the limit is z. This can be representing the error function for a Gaussian distribution. Here the error function we are also representing in shortest form is 1 minus the q of x minus m divided by root 2 sigma x. Root 2 sigma x. The remaining thing we are discussing next class.